Welcome, gorgeous fans, back to my channel. I will get better at that, I promise. So what we're going to be doing today, or tonight I should say, it's like 7 o'clock and it's dark because it's November. What we're going to be doing today is talking about, I'm going to be showing you guys my 3 main bins that I have. This holds all of my effects stuff, so I just want to show you guys what all I have and kind of what I use mostly, just all of my junk. So, might be a longer video, but I promise you that it's very informational, or if you don't want to watch it, you know, you're kind of lame. So, I have, like I said, I have 3 kind of big bins going on. This one I got for Christmas last year from my cousin Amy. I love her. I can't lift it. It's this big. This one is, she's the mama of the bins. She's got mostly everything I have. And we got this one, an amazing Christmas present from my sister Lindsay. And then this one, it's a bin. I got it at Dollar General. So this bin holds most of my props. I call it the prop bin. Kind of like the junk in the trunk. First, I'm going to show you guys what all I have in my beautiful cases. Oh, also, if you're thinking of being an effects artist and even starting anything and you're wanting to get like some big storage, Michael's Craft Store has really nice bins, like cases. I wanted to get one from them, but then I got this for Christmas and I didn't need it. These kind of nice ones range from like 50 to 80 if you really want a good one. Just depends on how much you want to invest in it. And obviously I want to invest a lot. Alright. So, I'm sorry, I will move this. So we got the left and the right. Alright, I'll bring the camera over. So it has like 3 kind of different levels on each side, and then also inside we got a mirror and a pair of scissors, the usual, and open. We got my prosthetics. So I didn't make these. These are just kind of, false teeth. They're just gross zombie teeth. I purchased this online. Prosthetics like these are about $30. It just depends on how big they are and whatnot, but 30 is around the average. Then I got a nice little witch nose that I terribly painted. And I have a little squishy sponge. These are saline for my contacts. I also have, I have 1, 2, 3. These are my scleras. These are my favorite. 4. I have about 4 or 5 contacts. I know I have my other contacts. I have all white, but they're in my other bin, or in my dorm. I'm gonna individually go by each one, but I'm just kind of showing a little bit. This is teeth dye. This is tooth color. I got this at Foy's, and so Foy's Halloween store in Fairborn, they have a lot of Ben Nye stuff. So I get a lot of their stuff because I like Ben Nye. He's one of my favorites other than Kryolan. This is just another tooth whitener, and I have some teeth. Let me tell you guys, I go to Wish a lot, and I get a lot of effects stuff there. I got this for $1. Oh, I'm sorry. I cannot work with this camera. I got this color palette for $1, and it's like a cream palette. Sometimes it's hard to get off. It just depends on how much you want. These are mainly, like, this is my Kryolan wheel. I have about 4 of those. And then in here, I'll show you over here. I'm sorry. Okay. So from Foy's as well, I have Ben Nye Scar Wax. So what this does, this is like a putty that I use for skin texture, and I also use it for cuts, like skin effect, or it could be wrinkles, possibly. Use it for mainly cuts, like deep cuts, and I also use it to sculpt my noses or any other kind of shape differentiation on my face. And then I have liquid latex. If you are somewhat of an effects artist, you know what this is. This is kind of like the key to being an effects artist. This plus toilet paper, you mix them together. You apply liquid latex on your skin, and then you add as many layers of toilet paper or any kind of tissue paper, and that creates a great effect for any cuts, like kind of deep cuts, or if you use a good amount, you can use them to mold into any kind of a face structure. You can make shape out of it if you want to use like a lot of that. Forgive me for my explanations. I'm still getting there. I have some metallic flakes. I got this at the Krylon store in Chicago, Illinois. I love that place. I got a few things from there. I order mostly. Ordering Krylon I can only do right now because my closest Krylon is 6 hours away. This is mucus. I did get this from Krylon store. This I use for illnesses and kind of any gross sinus gross effect I want to do. So there's that. And this is Artex. Artex is one of my favorite things to use, but it's also kind of the messiest, just depending on how well you use it. So we have Artex A and Artex B right here. I'm sorry, it might be on the opposite direction. Mix these two together and you get a really neat skin texture, which is so cool. It looks so realistic and I love it. This is probably my favorite as an effects artist because it looks the most realistic and it's easy to mold around with. And I also have my favorite blood. There's different kinds of blood. We're going to talk about that later. But this is my personal favorite. This is Thick Blood from Foy's Halloween store as well. They have a lot of different blood textures. You can have scab blood, which is more fresh look. And you have stage blood. I don't have on me at the moment. Oh, it's right there. Whoop. This is stage blood right here. Oh, I'm sorry. So this is kind of like an edible blood that you would use for stage. And I put it around to get like a fresh look, like I just got cut and I put blood everywhere. This is the stuff I use. And then the thick blood is just kind of like a coverall. It makes everything look, I think, 10 times more realistic. We have some Clown White as well as from Ben Nye, and I have my palettes I showed you guys. I use a lot of eyeshadows from like the dollar stores. Like I think sometimes people think being an effects artist is very expensive. It just depends. But I do use a lot of eyeshadows from dollar stores to kind of get bruising effects or just any kind of, I use it for eyeshadow in general sometimes. And then I have a couple of color palettes from Ben Nye as well, which are these little things. These are $7 per cream. And so this is a blue and purple. So I just get whatever colors. And this is something I use probably more often than anything that I don't show is just regular blush. This is just from the dollar store. It's Colormates. I use this to put around areas like cuts to make them look more irritated and infected, not affected. And then this is another Ben Nye bruise wheel. That's literally what it's called. It's called the Color Wheel Bruise and Abrasions. I use this a lot for cuts and bruises, of course. And I have a bunch. Let me go back. I have a bunch of glitters right here. They're just a bunch of tiny colors. I got about every single one of these, plus a couple more that spilled for $5 on Wish. So I recommend Wish for like kind of cheap, quick things. So that's roughly everything I have in here. I won't say every single thing, but those are kind of my essentials. So we are going to go next to, gonna go to this one. So this cart I think is pretty cool if I can angle it right. You lift this tab and then it opens and then it's kind of like a file cabinet. Like you pull out stuff and there's two sections per section. I don't know. But there's two smaller ones as you see right here. Like right, it's really good for like small pieces of makeup. And then you have two bigger holders. You have two bigger kind of cabinet areas. And then this one is more individual, like you can just lift up one. And so in these, I have, this one I don't have a whole lot in because I put a lot of the stuff I usually did have in there in the newer case. So in here I just kind of have some cotton balls for my latex formation. And I also have a lot of sponges for blending, like so. Just a bunch of them. And I also get those at Dollar Tree. I have a bunch of sticks, a brush that I found. Like I said, I also have a lot of eyeshadows in here, just for, like I said, bruises and whatnot. I have a lot of different foundation types, just in case I do something different. Still kind of improvising on those. I have more brushes. And I have these pearls that are supposed to melt. I haven't used them a whole lot, so I might try that sometime to see if they work, because they did not work last time. But the reason I would melt these is to get a burn effect. If you would melt like a plastic kind of form, not regular plastic. Please don't do that. You have to buy like a special bag, and you would put it in hot water, and then you would be able to form some things. And then I have a bunch of sticks, because as an effects artist, you get a lot of random crap. The gel that I'm talking about for burns is this. I also got this from Kryolan. So it's called Gel Effect Skin. You put this in a boiling water, very hot boiling water. It would loosen, and then as you put it, as it like starts to soften up, you would put it on your skin, but be very, very cautious because it does get very hot, and you could actually have burns. Let's not do that, okay? And I also, for gel, for the same effect, I also have 3D gel. I also got this at Foy's. This is by Mehron. Mehron? I can't pronounce it. But this is also, you would heat it up and put it on your skin with caution. And then I have some neon paint for kind of any color skulls or anything. As you see, I also got these at Foy's. These were about, I think, $6. Don't quote me on that. And then I have a crap ton of lipsticks. I'm just going to show it. This is all lipsticks. I got them as a birthday gift a while back. And I also have more of the color palettes from Ben Nye. I'm sorry if my camera doesn't focus. These are all just different colors. It's like a brown and a skin tone and then a green. So I use those for Wizard of Oz. I did a while back. Alright, so that is that case. Last but not, certainly not least, we got the prop box. Alright. This kind of, I might have to get a bigger one because I have a lot of stuff in here. But I used this for my event that I did every Saturday at Foy's when I had my effects stuff out. I would use this for business cards. It's just like a spider bowl. And I got it at Dollar Tree. I got a cute owl. And this is just a bunch of stuff that I want to put on me. So an example, I have some elf ears that I got online. You can get those at you can just look up elf ears like for effects, and you can just get the cheapest ones. I have some rope, and I have like looks like a barbed wire, like fake barbed wire. And I haven't used a lot of that yet either. I have, oh, fun fact. When latex dries in your bottle and you pull it out, this is what it looks like. That is all latex. So when it dries up, this latex was probably about 2 years old, granted. So you get some gross things, but then I can use it. Alright. Then I also have my business cards. So this is an example of what my business card would look like. It says Abby Gore. Right? And then it says, "You'd look better dead." That's kind of like a phrase I like. We got a lot of plastic bags. We got some rubbing alcohol. Got you some cotton balls. Like I said, I use this for latex. Cotton and latex are like a big thing, like for cuts, as I said before. And this is just generic makeup I have just for any kind of little beauty thing that if I don't want to use my own makeup, I have that. So this is just regular like blushes and eyeshadows and whatnot. Got a lot of Q-tips. I also have some more palettes. This I got from TJ Maxx a while back. This is just a color palette. And I also have, my boyfriend's gonna love this. It's a Star Wars packet. I thought that was really cool. I got that at Gabe's. I recommend Gabe's to get some stuff as well because they have some really random cool stuff that you might use and would be useful. And I also have a nude palette. Oh, I could not forget my favorite. So I got this at the Kryolan store. This is called a transparent jelly. What this is used for is if I want to look sweaty constantly, you just dab this on your forehead or any part of your skin that you want to look sweaty, and it will look like it for hours. It's just jelly. It's really cool. And it feels cool. Carton of blood. Not a carton. As an effects artist, rule number 1, you can never have too much blood, as I said. I don't really say. I have some dirty makeup removal towels from last Halloween, or this past Halloween. So yeah, that's just kind of the basic stuff that I have. I constantly want to expand what's going on around here. I want to fill this stuff up even more because I know I have a lot of room to fill, but I just wanted you guys to kind of get an idea of the products that I use and stuff that I recommend. Something I don't recommend, well, this is gonna be something I'm gonna say later, but I'll say it now. If you use latex ever in your life, or if you have, you'll understand what I'm saying. Don't ever put latex on hair, or avoid it, because it's gonna happen. If you're an artist, if you're an effects artist, it's gonna happen. You're gonna get latex in your hair, and it's gonna hurt. And I'm not talking about this hair, I'm talking about my arm hair. I'm a hairy person on my arms, I got that curse. But I also have peach fuzz right here, and so putting latex on this, it's almost like you're getting waxed. It's not a fun thing to do. It's very sucky. But I hope you guys stayed through the whole video. I'm sorry that was a little long, but I hope you got it kind of like a better idea of the stuff I use and don't like. Ask me any questions, like I said, make any comments, or just anything you want to say. Say hi. Hey, I don't know, I'm weird, so let's be weird. Let's continue our journey as we look forward to other videos, hopefully soon. I promise I will do an actual tutorial next time, so also forgive me for any mistakes I make. This is my second video I've ever made, so be kind, but you guys have been awesome so far. I've gotten so much support from people I know, and the love I get for doing what I love to do is awesome. So I just can't wait to continue this, and I hope you guys had some laughs as we did this. So peace out, guys.